inverted fullback. I'm really curious to see how this works, because I always thought inverted wingbacks kind of sat in the defensive midfield role. So an inverted fullback is just somebody that looks to get the ball into the right foot. Like, I mean, they have hold position and sit narrower as an instruction. So the inverted fullback is just, I'm not going forward. Thank goodness I could put this right next to my libero. That's going to be a really unused, I mean, it's a new role, so people are going to use it. But I think there just aren't a lot of tactics where that's going to make a lot of sense. I mean, maybe like a 4-4-2 with aggressive central midfielders. You get the inverted fullbacks in there to slow them down up the middle, but like, that's wild. All right, we're into the blog. True football motion match authenticity and positional play. The introduction of brand new player role brings you close to the cutting edge of the professional game, while other roles have had their functionality refined to complement some of our other changes. Okay, so other roles have been adjusted as well, delivering new avenues for attacking play. Following our rotation changes, the advanced playmaker more now recognizes the attacking runs of the segundo volante and behind. This means that the advanced playmaker will move across to open a new channel, freeing up the segundo volante to push up as a second number 10. And effectively create a 4-1-4-1 shape in attack to accommodate this movement. Your ball-winning midfielder will occupy a more central position to provide more effective cover. Yo, that is huge, actually. I kind of love that. Because this has been issue, is like you would try to organically create this sort of thing in FM23, FM22, whatever, where you'd have, you know, a double pivot of some kind. But in that double pivot, one person's going, you know, one person's more aggressive and one person is deeper. I feel like in my 4-4-2, I was able to create essentially what they're talking about here, where the guy, you know, where my deep lying playmaker would end up in the middle and center mid, you know, would end up kind of directly in front of him. To complement these changes, we've also tweaked the behavior in inverted wingers and inside forward roles. Now, when they recognize that you've got an additional midfielder pushing up in the half space on their side, they will stay wider to accommodate them and help you create more overloads. I like that for inverted wingers. I like the fact that inverted wingers aren't going to just grab the ball and just cut inside. I don't know if I like that for inside forwards, because they really are supposed to, at the very least, lay it off to the midfielder or, you know, attack the space in front of the midfielder. Now introducing the inverted fullback. And they've leveled up the inverted wingback. Okay. That player pushing into the midfield could well be an inverted wingback on the other side. And this is another role with much more intelligent, responsive positioning. So it's not just bombing forward, maybe. Okay. Now they literally say the John Stones role is included in FM24 thanks to significant improvements made to the way the libero functions. So this is where you do a couple of inverted fullbacks. Available now in both a back four and all three central defensive roles is in a back three. The libero will move up into defensive midfield in a similar way to the inverted wingback, moving your playmaker to one side or the other to give you a two-man build-up. Okay. Something to note is that if you play an inverted wingback and libero on the same side of the defensive line, the libero will not push up. This is because the inverted wingback has priority when both roles are asked to transition into the same space. I would love to think that this isn't just like an exact priority ranking system. Changes to libero as well as the other roles outlined above mean that there will be a greater fluidity and dynamism to your tactic. I mean, this isn't something you're going to use too much. You know, in the normal run of things, you're usually going to have outside players that are better with the ball than inside players on the back line. But it is now possible to do the John Stones thing, which is important. Truer football motion. You'll notice that players now appear more intelligent when they're moving into positions. We've also improved our in-house animation engine, utilizing the inverse kinematics system to reflect the real-life captured data in the most accurate and realistic way possible. At this point, why are you even improving this stuff if you're just going to Unity next year? In combination with inverse kinematics, will bring a lot more fluidity to player movements. You'll notice these animations change most with the off-ball actions like running, pointing, and defensive jockeying. Players will now position themselves in the half turn much more often, meaning they can receive the ball and turn more easily, again allowing you to play through the opposition more than ever before. Have a look at the clip. Okay. Oh, okay. I see some of this. I guess I see. So like the way guys are running and the route that players are taking. Look at this guy. Look at that guy right there. And he's like, oh, I got to jog back this way. That's really good. That's really good. That's a lot less robotic. I mean, sure, it doesn't look totally normal, but it's a lot less robotic. That looks really good. And you're right. That's, I was thinking it was like a graphical thing, but that's like behind it. That's an engine thing. That's absolutely something they can carry over into Unity when they institute it into a new graphics engine. Yeah, the very, very realistic kind of off-ball movements. I don't know if this has really changed what players are doing on the ball too much. Like the passes look pretty similar, but very realistic looking off-ball movements. This dude just clapped, right? That's really neat. That might be the single most surprising positive improvement I've seen out of any of the features that I've looked at. Visibly improved player movements across the pitch. We've also rewritten our ball physics system to be more accurate to real life. Our engine now models drag and air resistance more effectively, meaning the ball will float and spin more authentically. Similarly, deflections will also appear more realistic than they have in previous editions. Yeah, the deflections were kind of awful last year. So let's look at a free kick. Say they've remodeled the way the ball flies or what have you. Okay, that deflection was better, but I'll be straight up with you. It looks like they just made the ball float more. Right? I think the other improvement was much more significant. It looks like the ball just floats more. Weather is another factor that will affect the movement of the ball, as will things like temperature or the altitude of the stadium. Additionally, you'll notice that your players are now less likely to dribble all the way to the byline before stopping and turning around. Bro, this is all FM23 is. Half of my freaking tactic in FM23 was designed to stop this from happening, because you could rarely score from these plays too. They would dribble all the way up to the end line and then turn around and like either they would turn around too slow and lose the ball there or just pass it back. Music. These changes mean your players are now able to volley the ball into the ground and are more likely to connect with downward headers. You mean not every header is going to go 10 feet over the goal? Like, you either score or just head it 15 feet over the goal. That's fantastic. Oh, okay. Okay, go off, Nick Madden. I see you. Oh, that is impossible in FM until this year. Headed down into the ground, volley down it. So you can head the ball down. And you can volley the ball down. Oh, that looked chef's kiss. That looked good. That's nice. Elevating your match day environment. Yeah, this is just, we retextured the lighting. Most authentic and immersive match day. All right. I liked that one. Some of that tactical stuff, you're only going to be able to use that with a few players at like a world-class level. You're going to just need the right team composition to really be using that stuff. But now there's going to be a whole new movement of teaching defensive midfielders to play fullback and then just having them step into the middle. I honestly might never I'm going to play a 4-3-3 with a halfback in the middle. Liberos on both sides. Sorry. Wide center backs on the sides. A halfback in the middle. And then two inverted wing backs that are basically defensive midfielders that I've taught, like two deep lying playmakers that I've taught to play fullback. And then just have them. I think the biggest noticeable difference is heading down. There are a lot of headers in this game. Being able to head the ball and strike the ball down, not just up, is going to be huge. And the actual movement of the players just is really nice.